One of the things that I'm discovering and seeing, you dig on my Samoan roots, my lei that I'm wearing around my neck, I'm embodying in this video the sacred feminine and the sacred masculine in my perception in this situation, because I want to do a video on this, on the balancing of the sacred masculine and feminine in the human body, but also I want to relay how, in my experience of the last few years, I'm beginning to see how some people who portray themselves as consciously living in this world of balance, how they are embodying the sacred masculine or embodying the sacred feminine together in their bodies, or they are teaching about sacred masculinity or supposedly honoring the sacred feminine. A lot of them have nothing behind them to back up what they're saying, because they just don't live their life that way, because they have a major lack of integrity in their actions. And I, for one, should know all about this, because I lived my life this way in my perception now, looking back at my life, in a way where I was not embodying the sacred masculine, nor was I respecting the sacred feminine in a way that I know that I can now, and I am, through authenticity, vulnerability, and integrity. The major tenet of this video is integrity. When it comes to the sacred masculine, embracing the sacred feminine in a way that is non-sexual. It's very important in this video, because a lot of the men that I'm hearing about who talk about sacred masculinity in Te Moana Nui Kiwa, which is the name of this country, these lands, not Aotearoa, that's a legal fiction. It's legalese. It's a legal fiction. These islands are known as Te Moana Nui Kiwa. The men on these islands that I've known in this conscious, especially the spearheads, a lot of the spearheads of this conscious movement, energy, conscious movement festivals, conscious movement in this country, on these islands, do not embody, in my perception, and I'm not alone here, there are thousands of women who feel exactly the same way, and lots of men who believe this too, do not embody the sacred masculine in a way that has integrity. When I was younger, when I was a young man, and not too long ago, maybe 10 years ago, up to about 10 years ago, my idea of embodying the sacred feminine was the attentiveness through my sexuality, to honor the feminine, and through my sexual practice, my sexuality, through my Scorpio wiles, in a way that I honored the sacred feminine through my sexual connection and my attentiveness to bring women to a place of deep pleasure. That was my embodiment, my perhaps misdirection, perhaps my misalignment, perhaps my misinterpretation of what it meant to embody the sacred masculine and honoring the sacred feminine. And I can see that through my actions when I was younger, that maybe my actions were coming from a place of lacking the real integrity that I have today when it comes to acknowledging and honoring the sacred feminine. Now, I have the work of David Data to thank for this video, and for my way that my life has changed in so many ways in regards to honoring the sacred feminine with integrity. David Data's book, The Way of the Superior Man, is a Bible for any man who chooses to honor the sacred feminine in their partner, heterosexual or homosexual. It doesn't matter. Or gay woman. It doesn't matter. The idea and the truth behind the idea of honoring the sacred feminine through the masculine presence is held in integrity, in my experience and in my gnosis, my knowledge now. I understand this. And what that means for me in this day and age with integrity means that I do not in any way look at women as a form of sexual objectification, or something to be conquest, some kind of ego conquest. It's not even about the sexual connection with my Scorpio wiles and my Scorpio wares, my Scorpionic knowledge that I communicate through sexuality. It doesn't even come into the play here with regards to honouring the sacred feminine. For me, now honouring the sacred feminine is a reverence that comes with standing back to appreciate the sacred feminine and woman, and to honor them integrity as queens, honor them as women, honor them as that which they are, the embodiment of the planetary consciousness in a way that's respectful and reverent, and holds boundaries, holds space, acts in a way that allows them to flourish without feeling the need to hold up strong boundaries around me, because all I'm after is a form of sexual connection. And I see so many men in this conscious movement on these islands who find this way to wangle with lack of integrity the idea that honoring the sacred feminine, the goddess, is taking it in a form of sexual manipulation, stimulation, and often self-serving interest. It's just my perception, I'm not alone here, where they could be standing back and honoring the sacred feminine by simply honoring it in reverence, allowing it to fill up their cup, allowing to be gentlemen, to be warriors of heart, to stand back and allow the sacred feminine to flourish in a way that fills them up by simply being around them. How about having some integrity to be the man that women need? That might sound facetious, but I'm not being facetious when I say that. Being the man that women need means, in my perception, being able to hold the strong boundaries to appreciate, being able to hold the strong boundaries to have the integrity to treat women with great reverence and respect, to be able to hold the boundaries in that space where they feel safe, most importantly, around you. They feel safe around you in a way that they can relax into their femininity, and you, the man in your sacred masculinity, if you are embodying the sacred masculine, are able to feel your cup being filled by simply being around them, and they in turn can feel like their sacred masculine is being filled up by your presence being around them. And therein lies not only the strong boundary, but the integrity for both the sacred masculine and feminine to unite in a way that does not never and does not have to be sexual. It can go to that place with authenticity, with vulnerability and honesty. It can, and reverence and passion. It can go to that place if you both choose to consensually have that experience. But it doesn't always have to end that way. I see a lot of, like I said before, at the very beginning of this video, I've said it probably 10 times already in this video, I've seen so many men in this movement, in this country, doing completely the opposite. Seeing the sacred feminine and attempting to grab it, to grasp it, to take it through sexual connection and empowerment. Sexual connection means connectivity, means also in that connection taking the sacred feminine away on some level, taking it rather than standing back and letting it fill you up. Speaking of sacred feminine, here I am on the earth, and there's the sacred masculine right behind me, shining through the trees, the sun, the sacred masculine. And therein lies the balance, the earth beneath my feet and the earth around me, the sacred feminine and the sacred masculine and the sun, uniting over me to make this video, to anchor in my point and to leave it here. So for me now, I look at the situation and I realize that in my integrity, it is my duty in this lifetime, moving forward, to honor that sacred masculine and feminine balance, find the feminine within myself, and if I do not find the feminine within myself, to appreciate, to stand back with honesty, integrity, reverence for the sacred feminine around me, in nature, in the beautiful women that are in this world today, in the ocean, in the planetary consciousness, and let it fill me up as I am receptive in that space without the need to ever make it into a sexual experience. That's a choice for both of us. The masculine and the feminine embodied in human bodies. Thanks for watching, I truly appreciate it. Mā te awa. I'll see you again soon.